Thomas. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So go back to the mindsets. Mindsets are almost 75% or even up to 100%. However, if without the action and without some experience and skills, no matter how strong your mindset is, if you don't take action, do you have benefit of the skill and the knowledge, you cannot go further. It's mean the way to go to success, there are many, many ways, but without action to go one point A to point B, there's no such thing. So mindset could cover from 75 to even 100%, but it need to put in action. And by doing action and by learning, you gain some knowledge, you gain some skills. That's why some people never know how to manage their financial. Even they win the lottery or they have a lot of money. Suddenly 5 years after that, they broke and become like the person they used to be before. You know why? Because they never went through the journey that taking action, managing, and never experience and skill in managing their financial wealth. That's why they go back to the way they are. So this business is a journey for you to grow, to experience, and to take action so that you can be, you can go through the whole journey to be a success. You need to go back to the page somehow, Oliver, so all the face. Just go back to the full page, I think. Yeah, thank you. So mindset is from 75 to 100% because we have many ways to achieve, to reach the destination, but without action, without experience and skills, there is no such dream will become truth. Everyone got it? So be, do, have. That's one of the words you want to be. Or Dale Carnegie said, fake it until you make it. Like I think the talented Michelangelo, he visualized the sculpture he want to build even before he did it. So you want to see what you are for the future, how your life will be, and that's a big motivation and a big mindset for you to grow. And choose who your idol, so you can mimic or you can learn the way they are, or you can learn or draw some of the trait in combination with your to become a uniqueness of yourself. And that's the universe has give everyone a unique, so you can build or you can even, duplicate yourself. In this business, you got a pleasure to meet many successful people, and you can copy, you can learn, and you can create your own version of yourself. I just feel the silence. What is it?
Awesome. That's great.
Go ahead, Jack. Carl.
Okay. When we see someone successful, we usually see where they are today. We don't necessarily see the difficult periods, the rejection, the doubts, or the moments when things didn't move according to plan. Thomas, when was one of the biggest challenges you faced while building your Enagic business? How did you overcome it, and what did you do to keep going instead of giving up?
Okay, that's I think this question it could apply for leader or even some new people. Let's go from beginning of a journey to high to the mountain, right? So basically, when you start a business, what's the most challenging for everyone? I mean, we went through all that. I mean, you guys were exactly the same. First, you have to deal with objection from family and friends. These are the scary one. They are the one that you think that they are the one the most support, but they are not. Actually, they not because they love you. They think that's whatever you do might be. Everyone basically comfortable who they are. So whatever they see change, it's a stress. It's a scary. Then they don't want to take risks. That's normal human behavior. So it doesn't mean they don't love you, but they want to protect you. However, in your term, that rejection is this, it's very hard. It's very painful. Your family, your husband, your wife, your friend, nobody support you. So that's the thing that's beginning. So you have to choose a way to accept the objection. So at the beginning. So that's a big thing. A lot of people cannot handle objection. They fell through right away. Okay. Whoever survive, they can go through because there are many people out there, not just necessarily our family. There's several people, friendship, business partner, they trust you, they follow you. Just like beginning. None of my family, I'm a leader of my family. I make all the decision. But when they have the Kingdom machine, no family want to buy anything. They don't, they say, well, whatever, they don't want. But my partner, my friend, Kung Long, and other a lot of partner, business partner, they trust me. They know me. So they go with me. So at the beginning, the challenging is how to share the product or share the opportunity to who with, because there will be several objections. Then, then you start going through like 3A, 4A, and now you start making money, you can show some success. But the bottom line is we have limited on the contacts. Is that true? A lot of people say, oh, I run out of contact. I don't know who I'm talking to. I feel stuck. I cannot grow more because I don't have people. That's the second journey or second, dip that you have to go through. And many people will give up and say, oh, I don't know much people. I run out of contact. I cannot doing because I don't make money because I don't have any new people. So how to deal with that? In order for the person to make money, they need to open out and meet new people. Or you have to show up the support and help your team to dig, because diamond never stay on the surface. Diamond always bury underneath the ground and very deep. So a lot of time, the second stage of growing, in the business is you will do what run out of a contacts. So you need to expand your contacts. You need to involve with community. You need to go out and meet people. If you are the person quiet and the person never go out and say hi and smile, change yourself, because success have a price for it. You have to be, no matter how introvert you are, you still need to find a niche to make friends and create more people and stuff like that. And secondly, now you have a team of people. Help them, drill down, support them, help them to find contact. If you have 10 distributor, they have 10 potential customer for each. Now you have 100 people to work with. A lot of time we say we run out, but the reality is we have many people that you can talk to. Take notes, guy. These are my journey, and you need to know step by step because we all have to go through exactly the same. First step, accept objection. Second step, expand your contacts, dig down, dry down to find more prospect, help your team. And then when you start to see getting bigger and bigger, that's you are changing your role into a leader. Now your role even harder, not harder, but heavier, because you need to know who you want to continue to support, who are not. Earlier, I tell Mary, if no one volunteered to do stuff, what would you do? Just jump in to do it. You are the leader. You are the one who will volunteer to do stuff, no matter if people don't do it. And in this business, the reality is some people will continue. Some people will give up in the middle way, or even the third way, or even beginning. You have to keep moving forward. And you cannot carry a dead body with you. What does that mean? That when you become a leader, a lot of your distributor will be lazy. They don't care. They don't want to do, but you keep dragging them. You keep put too much energy to them. And then they have too much negativity. It's spread to you. And because you spend too much time, too much effort, you discourage as well. Because, they're not success. They don't produce. You will not produce. The big motivation in this business is new distributor, new blood. And because of that, you bring a lot of more money. And a lot because people coming in with high motivation, high ambition that motivate you as well and bring you a fire so you can continue to go. So give up or let people behind if they're not doing anything. Choose and support the one willing to work with you on the long way, because the way to success is not easy. If you only carry a dead body on your shoulder, you cannot continue on your journey. You need to bring someone hand by hand, support you, pushing you, or even you push them. Together, you climb to the top. So there are one things you have to say. If the people are not motivated, you have to keep recruiting. You have to keep bringing new people. For people don't have enough knowledge, they're not successful, but they're still willing to help, continue, retrain them. And the last one, if you have the cancer, you have dead body, replace them. That's applied for principle for everywhere, not just on this business. Even you on traditional business, if you have the staff not performing, you still need to get rid of them. Or the one not perform, but they're willing to learn, you still can train them. And finally, you need to keep recruiting a new staff, the one with talent, the one more motivated, and to do better. So in this business, very similar to traditional business, you still need to recruit. It means you bring new people, retrain them. It means bring them to the training, so to upscale their knowledge so they continue growing. And finally is replace. Replace in the sense that you just leave them alone for a while. Occasionally, we still touching up. We don't leave anyone behind, but whoever they want to move, let them rest. Let them be there. To a certain point, we can contact with them. And then when they have big momentum, they can catch it up. In this business, it's very good in the sense that wherever the title we achieve, we stay. So if you are 6A or 6A2, we can, because of family or because anything, we can rest for a little bit. We don't have to be very active. But when we motivated, we come back and go stronger. Right? And you don't lose any title. But for traditional business, or even in a network or other network, or even in corporate, if you don't work for a while, you come back, you become zero. Do you see that? However, you can do that, but don't do too often, because a show is your character and your behaviors. People's success, they are very, very consistent and very disciplined. Remember the the one of the session I train, the leader is the one with goal-oriented, discipline, and what else? Persistent. Do whatever it takes to get to the success and never give up. That's a leader mindset. However, the leader also certain time to be willing to rest and to be rescoop or recharge, right? No one can be perfect. So Enagic allow you to have some time to rest and stuff, but don't happen too often because it's become a behaviors.
Oh, that's great.
Guy,
Thank you.
I don't know. Sorry, I go too deep into
No, I
to
totally agree with you about that, Thomas, as well. That like especially about the part that like if someone they need time to rest or to recharge, we can totally let them. For example, I have a team member that in the beginning she was very introvert, so she wasn't like there to really talk to share about this business to anyone. But then like we keep working, and then she has a result from the team, and then like that really give her the motivation, and now like she go and sharing about it to other people in her community, and in only 2 months she already have like 6 or 7 distributor under her already. So yeah, sometimes people they need time, but like, I think that the good thing is that like you said that with energy we can always stay in the same position that we have. We don't have the pressure that we have need to keep to recruiting like other company, and also that here we work in team as well, so that we can also benefit from the result of other team member.
Yeah, it's a reality is it's all about beneficial of two-way love. If we love someone so much and they don't love us back, what the point, right? It's a mutual love between two people. And it's exactly the same for this business. If someone spend too much effort, too much time, and then someone don't want to do anything, just like you're training your kid, you want to train them in a way that they be responsible, to be taking, deserve what they earn, then you can have a good team. And because of that, you will build the whole team of leader instead of just carrying your back and drag everyone's. All right, Carl, continue.
Okay, moving on. Now let's move on for our own ability to adapt to the company itself. One thing that gives us an interesting perspective is Enagic's longevity. Its history extends for more than 50 years, during which the world has experienced very different economic environments, technological revolutions, and major changes in consumer behavior. Yet Enagic has continued to develop internationally. Thomas, why do you think Enagic has been able to remain in the market and continue developing through more than 5 decades of economic and social change?
Okay, this is the one that's, a lot of people wonder how Enagic survived in such a long time, right? Basically, every time if you have a chance to go and see Enagic in Japan, you will see. I've been there several times, and every time I see the company expanding bigger and bigger. In Okinawa, um, at beginning, like 2017, I went. The Ukon farm is very small and the factory very small, but now they become like huge factory. Even the, Kengen factory, the Kengen machine factory, that was just small, but Osaka, they're expanding bigger and bigger. And if you really do to the Okinawa EVPA Center, Mr. Shiro almost buying he invading the whole golf course of his area. Now he buying a lot of down. So eventually Okinawa, he might earn a lot. And Mitsuhiro not only owned Kengen Enagic, but he also owned many things. He owned like restaurant. Actually went to restaurant and eat at restaurant. Some of them he owned manufacturing and many things. So The reason why, the company can survive and do that strong because it's a private owns. And Mr. Oshiro, he very humble and he giving a lot of money to distributor, but also he use that money to expand his and helping his people in Okinawa. So the profit, the company getting about 20%. He reinvesting on the village, onto the school, and now he opened a new school for eventually for pharmacy nurses and economy. It's just because the company doing great in the business, even though no matter economy had changed, but the assets of a company is so big, so he can spread out and he can balance out one thing to another thing, regardless, of the economy has go to the challenging time. Of course, there is some slowing down on the King Machine. That's why he on the pioneer on the new idea. He start not only King Machine, he go into the Kengan Ukon with the second movement when he did to do supplement. And then he changed to Kengan Air. And also he penetrate into MGuard, it's environmental, radiation protection. And then he also provide into food industry with the Kengan Wagyu. And now I believe this is the one that will make the company even richer or wealthier, or even for the distributor to become more success and more money with the Kangen Beauty. I believe that the direction Mr. Oshiro, he's still really smart to lead the company in the way that meeting the trend and meeting a demand for the market. And because of that, no matter how long he been in this business, the company still grow from millionaire to become billionaires, and the assets of company continue extending and growing. That's why you see, if you have opportunity to go Okinawa, you can see the whole kingdom of Mr. Oshiro, and you can see more stuff that Mr. Oshiro had put in. And the next 2 years, I think you can have opportunity to go to Shiba, one of university Mr. Oshiro investing, so that you can see he put his hand and expand and profit in many direction. And no, regardless of the economy, it's not that good. His company still grow and they're still solid and expanding.
Thank you for that. Following on from that, for many years when people heard Enagic, they primarily thought about Kangen water and water ionizers. Now I know you just briefly touched on the future of Kangen and Enagic, but we're now beginning to see that Enagic is moving into additional products, including Kangen Beauty. And this is interesting because a new product doesn't only mean another product to offer, it can potentially mean a new customer, a new audience, and a new market. How do you see Enagic's evolution into new product categories such as Kangen Beauty, and what opportunities could this create for distributors to reach new types of customers?
Well, remember, the company role is provide good products, but the role to expand to promote the product is our job. Does everyone know that? We are an independent distributor. Our obligation is to utilize the product, understand the product, and then spread out the product. And because of that, not only we making money, we become beautiful, but also because of that, Mr. Oshiro pay a lot of money for us as a commission. So with million of distributor in the world, the Kangen Beauty will be the tool to do way better in Kangen Machine. Do you know why? Because the product cost is way cheaper. For the Kangen Machine, it's got about the minimum one at least is 4,000, or the highest one, the K8 is 6,000. The Kangen Beauty, people can start with the $910 to be a distributor. And they also have 2 package. And each packet could cost about, with the tax stuff, maybe 500. So for a person to retail or to do a marketing with the Kangen Beauty, it seems way easier than to market and sell the Kangen machine. So in terms of the business perspective, this product will do way, way better than Kangen machine eventually. However, everything's still new, so it is our job to promote and to experience the product so that we can spread out. And because of that, we are the pioneer to be the first one to do success, just like me, Mr. Deng, and Mr. Tan, the one that introduced the Kangen machine to the community at beginning. So this is your chance to shine up and to experience product, learn experience, learn some knowledge, and then share to the world. And the investment for this is so cheap, and it's easier to retail instead of a Kangen machine. That is my vision. And every time the new product come out, I know where would it go. So you need to see that vision. You need to have the belief so that you can share that belief to other people. That's how your business will spread. And that's how the customer will believe you and they want to try. And also because of the product, it make you look better, make you smell better because it smells very good. And some other thing, it will help you to grow your business.
Thank you, Thomas. Before we close, I would hopefully you would be able to answer questions from anybody off the floor. So if anybody's got any questions for Thomas, please ask away.
Got 2 questions for Thomas. First is there any particular strategy that is working right now to attract people who are skeptical about the business? The second question is, now with everything moving online, so what's the best approach? Is it in person or online prospecting?
Okay. So let's see. The first question you're asking is what the best method to make people not skeptical about the business, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
The
People that are
business. Okay.
that are already skeptical.
Okay. People always skeptical, never what. And it depends on the personality. The more analytical, the one will be more skeptical. So between a lot of people and some skeptical people, you need to repair yourself with knowledge. You need to repair yourself with, people that show them that their success so they can believe, but also prioritize someone that more believe than the skeptical one so you can grow your business faster. To go back to the skeptical one, if they're skeptical that there are no such people success, you can show our figure, you can show our model, invite them to the Zoom or even private meeting with some other people. Where let them talk to Mr. Deng, let them talk to Mr. Tan, and show a lot of leader from 682.3. And even your team, help them, ask them to talk to the people, show them that what they got. Then you can, fact will result the skeptical. But also, the most skeptical is ourselves. You need to resolve the skeptical from yourself first. So you can have the strong belief so you can convince people. Because your belief will spread. At beginning, myself, Mr. Deng and Tan, We're not success. Why we can leading people and result skeptical? Because our belief is so strong and we so ambition and make this move and we believe that product will help us. That's where we recruit and we bring a lot of people. It's just because I believe. Even though we have some people as a leader that's success, but we was the first join the business, so we don't have any connection. You have connection through Mary to and a lot of leader. You have a lot of Zoom nowadays, so you can meet leader every day. So if people are skeptical, bring them to the Zoom, bring them to meet the leader. No matter what, we will help to make them believe. That's part of the Zoom benefits. That's why this visit you have to do by team, because by yourself, it's hard to believe. Why? Because maybe you're same level with them, or maybe you below level in the society hierarchy. If you talk to your boss, how would your boss will believe you? That's a normal thing. Your friend, if they're the same level with you, they would not believe you because they know who you are and you wasn't success yet. You need to connect them with the people higher level, the more success or more skill or more knowledge so that they can have the open-minded to listen. Because that's what I'm saying. Say family, friends, it's harder to share because they already know who you are. You need to connect them with more success people, more skilled people, or to the Zoom so they can see and witness other people. And facts will prove and the end result they're skeptical. Is that helping you?
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Okay, what the second question?
So I was asking, with everything shifting online now, so what's still working better? Is it in person versus digital
Okay,
in growing the
remember,
business?
yeah, in person, you only be able to connect people locally, right? In
Yeah.
person, always the best because human, we connect by heart. We connect by frequency. Personal relationship is always the key for the connection to sympathy and emotional will lead. In-person connection is the best. However, we're using technology as social media or online so we can go further. Without the technology, without the social internet, how could you talk to me? So you have to utilize the best of both worlds. First, meet the contact, try to build some relationship, and then utilize technology. Whoever around you, use a personal relationship. Even online, you still need to talk to them. We still talk like online right now. We build relationship as well. So both are effective. No matter how you do online, you still need to use some personal interaction, some privacy, some connection in order to make the final decision. So people don't just make a decision because, they know you, but because they trust you. So you have to build that trust, no matter you are in person or by online. But these are like the Zoom or the personal connection or, that's still the best because in order to spread out to the world, you have to use your technology. Otherwise, you just only finish or only do well in your area. That's the reason why a lot of business nowadays, they want a limitation on traditional business. You only service people in locally, but in this business, you can expand internationally. Also, interracial, because there are also a lot of Google Translate a lot of things. And I'm very proud, Vu, Tu Vu and Mary, they are the Vietnamese, but they recruit a lot of American, a lot of different ethnic background in this her organization. Without the technology, can she do that? No way. So To be summarized, to personal relationship in person is the best, but you have to use technology to connect people from far away and finally build a good relationship so you can make a deal on the final. And that's the best way. And of course, don't overuse of AI because people really scared of AI and they will lose the trust. So do what the best you can, utilize technology, but also people can connect by heart. So use some of your love, some of connection. Because of that, they trust you and you can lead them.
Thank you, Thomas. We have a question from Wilma. How long did it take you to reach your current rank?
Well, I become 6A in 4 months. I do part-time because I was engineer. And then within a year, I become 6A2. And within like 2 years, I become 6A2.2. And I think on the 4th year, I become 6A2.3. And after that, about 3 years, I achieved 6A2.4. But my organization is huge. The title sometimes it depends on how many leg you build your organization, but how many group of people, how many 6A2.3 above you, that determines how much you get paid as well. That's why I'm saying, no matter if you start at a part-time or you start a full-time or spare time, continue working, continue see the vision, because anyway, you working, you will make some money. This is a career. It's not just a temporary job. So if you spend your time working hard, graduate, earn experience, by the way, you're still making money, and finally, you can achieve what you want. Usually, the people that to achieve that 3.5, 6A2.3, it's between 3 to 5 years, but nowadays it could be faster. Depends on how you use technology and also depend how foundation you have. Some people already have a foundation. They are leader of an organization or leader of some of our network marketing. When they go in here, they could do faster. But someone like brand new, they have to build from scratch. It could be slower. As long as you're moving forward, don't give up. But of course, keep learning and know how to utilize the group skills and group strengths. And then you can grow faster and better. And this business is, you met a lot of amazing people and they're willing to share what they have. And because of that, you can earn without paying any dollars instead of go to any educational stuff. Wherever I train you today, the mindset, if you go out, you can spend thousands of dollars to get these skill set and all of the secret of success and experience that we went through 11 years. Okay, Cinemas, go ahead. I see you raise your hand. It's surprising a lot of guy asking, no ladies.
Good day, everybody. My name is Ivan Soke. So I'm joining from Canada. I want to ask a question. Since this is for financial freedom, is there any time you can become passive? Like you are no longer actively participating, but you are still earning? That is number one question. Number two, when I was in my country, Nigeria, I'm a dentist. So my wife joined this before. So I used to help and market it. But when we talk about the importance of this water, many people used to object it with this thing that is not truth, is this, is this, is that, is that. So I need more evidence because in now people look at evidence to do what they want to do. For me now, the Ocon tea, I've been using Ocon tea and I found out how great it is. I've recommended for some people, even who have, which I gave them and they testify. But for the water, the alkaline water, I want to get more evidence, even though I've not gotten the machine to fix it, what I can use to convince more people. Thank you.
Okay. I think we should one question at a time because I will lose track. So the first question you asked is what? Again, I lost the first one. Just one at a time. It's easier for
The
everyone.
first question was, is there any time in this business when you can become passive and
Okay,
keep
okay.
making money?
Yes, yes. All right. Basically, when you have organization, technically you already earn the passive income. Is that true? So when you have a team underneath, anyone underneath, they making money, so you also earn points from them. But of course, you have to be active. Active mean you have to have a Ukon or you have a Kangen Sigma or anything or Kangen Beauty to be protected. And can you believe it? Any business, we still need to have some investment. Any business, even dentist industry, you put $1 million to build your office, and every month you still have to pay rent and marketing. And about 3 years, you had to replenish your machine or remodel your office to look better or change the equipment. In this business, you can literally earn passive income when you start having a team, the one like, for example, 1A, 2A, 3A. If they make production, you already earn the passive income. But of course, it's not that much. Actually, it could be a lot, depends. As long as you be active, mean you need to have Ukon protected, or you have enrollers, or you can do a while every 3 months you want to make one direct sale. Everyone know about that, right? Or you don't? Everyone get educated about that? Okay, so I think some of the leaders have to educate you. It's mean first, you main account, you can have Ukon or you can have Kangen Beauty to protect it. So no matter people working underneath, as long as you have 8-point commission still flow to you, you can still earn that money. That's considered one way of passive income. Do you believe that? You know that, right? And in order for you to be active, you can have Ukon, you can Kangen Beauty, or you can use some of the enrollers, or you can make every 3 months with a direct sell. It's been directly to your account. There are 3 ways you can do that. And I believe that your leader will help you to understand that. However, in order to truly earn a lot of money beyond your 8-point commission is when you reach to the 682. When you reach the 682, it means you start earning a bonus from your group organization, from your down to the A level deep of 682 or 682.3, whatever. At that time, you will start earning $1,000 every 3 months quarterly, and you earn about $34 per sales from your organization, from you all the way down, A level deeps. 682 is the key to earn massive passive income beyond your 8-point commission. And of course, they always have condition. You need to be active, which is you can have Ukon, Kangen Beauty, or you want to make direct sale, or using enroller, and then you still need some of other, company required. You have 1 8-point in your organization, 682. And 682 is the gateway to earn the massive income because you start earning the group organization underneath. And then when you go 682.2, that's where quarterly you get $2,000 quarterly, it's been a year is 8,000. And then instead of $34, now it's $36 per sale on your umbrella. In 2000, I joined 2015, 2016. It's funny, we don't know any of this before. We went to the holiday Christmas party from a company. And they just bring it up to stay on stay and give us some money. I say, what is it? It's a quarterly bonus and monthly bonus from 682 and 682 above. And that's how we got, like, even we are 682, I earned about $12,000 for the quarterly and the monthly one for that month. And we're so excited. We don't know. At the time, we ignorant because we had no one to show us. You guys so lucky. You understand well the compensation. At the time, we don't. We're just working because we literally jump from one network to another network because that network, we build so much, but if we don't active, we go back to square one. And then we lose title, we lose commission. But in Magic, you truly earn passive income when you start have in team, which is within 8 point. But then you become 682 above, that's where you start earning a group organization beyond your 8 point commission and quality bonus. The bonus is a lot if you truly have team and production. Do I answer your question? And then, of course, when you that three, you got monthly bonus, you got global share, you got group sale volume, you have quarterly, and you got educational bonus for 682.3 above. For example, imagine I have like 50 682.3. We have .5, .4. Each of 682.3, we earn about $360. If you got 50 of them, how much you can earn? At least 50K. And then .4, .5. Beyond, we got the profit sharing, group sale products, and your monthly 5K, 10K, 15K. So these are the next tier that you want to achieve. So the first want to be build your team to earn 8 point commission, passive income, then 682. 6A actually you earn some income, passive income from first 6 months, but then 682, that's where you literally own your organization. And then 682.3, that's where the gateway for truly financial freedoms. So I'm saying this business could be a part-time job, full-time job, or could be a career if you focus on it. I hear the silence again.
Does that answer your question, Sylvanus?
Huh?
He's on mute.
The second question was this what we're talking about. What evidence do we have? Because I browsed about it in some of illnesses and what it does to the body. Is there anything like a place you can refer a person to go and read about this and understand what it's doing to the body, so that when you are talking to a person, it makes it easier for me to convince a person?
Okay. This could be a trick question in which it could be applied a different way on everyone. For some people, they know dentist or they know haircut, they are normal person. If they're dealing with some analytical one, like a doctor, teacher, engineer, accounting, they will need for the evidence and facts, right? And how many percent of analytical in the world? Shiroma used to remember my lesson. How many people? What percentage of these people? 15%, 20%? Remember, the world is the one educated at high hierarchy like you, a dentist and stuff, only cover about 15 to 20% max of society. Okay? The rest are normal people. And normal people just need to understand the basic. They don't want too deep, too crazy, too analytical. So in general, for normal people, you share some fact, you share your experience, you are the real testimonial yourself. And the easy way, like Mr. Cheryl sharing, is try it. This water is special. This water is different. He didn't say medical. He didn't say anything. It's very different, very, very good and very different. Try it until you know. And a lot of people, when they try it, they experience it. Okay? However, I understand I'm an engineer, just like you, a dentist. When you talk something, they need to have facts, right? And some other thing. In fact, if people really want to see that, you have to pull something from PubMed. They call electrolyte reduced water. That's from PubMed. Also, there's several video from Dr. Roberts, which is from Anti-Cancer Society, and Dr. One of Dr. Cardiovascular, I forgot his name. There's several doctors have talked about. Dr. Hiroshi Shinya, he's a top 10 of doctor in the world. He's talking about drinking water can clean and help for digest system. And then Dr. Tim McKnight, he talking about how this water get rid of acids, waste and free radicals. And Dr. David Silliman, there are several doctor. I have the whole book, so several. That's why you have to prepare yourself with books. And then if you can find research on PubMed. But I think book is the most effective. You can find this book. I didn't have it with me. I can, but Dr. Hiroshi Shinya, there's 2 or 3 books. And Dr. Tim McKnight and Dr. Cardiovascular, I think he had a couple books. And Dr. Alan Collins, she's a brain specialist. And several doctor and some other one is a cardiovascular, or the one I think Robert something I forgot. He's the one he's the head of a anti-cancer society and stuff like that. There's several doctor. So you just bring this article. But the main thing is you explain the science in a simple way. I have several engineer. Of course, we are same level. So, but I explain them in a simple way. Our bodies consume food. Our waste is acidic and free radical. We need to get rid of them by what? By eating healthier, exercise. The more older we are, our body harder to get rid of toxin. We have less mobility to do exercise. And our digestive system work not efficient as used to be, even including the weight system. Kangen machine, Kangen water is one way to help to increase the efficiency of hydration factor, bring the alkalinity to get rid of a lot of acidic toxin, but also reduce the free radical. It's one way to help body to alleviate the stress of Bombay with too many toxin and too many weights go into the body and can get rid of it. So that's a simple way, but of course, your question could be a little too deep. Some people might get bored. Only explain to someone ask that kind of question. But I think recommend them the book to read. I think that's the best way. And then it's up to them to believe. And remember, the more people priority on someone, that's easy to target. If you want to expand your business, target the business people. If you want to be a product, it's slower, and you encounter people with prior objective, fact and analytical objective. The business people, they just know, oh, is the product is good? It's good. Did it make money? If it do, I join. That's the one you want to. And they are way more percentage and the skeptical one.
Okay. We've had a couple of questions about the Kangen Beauty. It's not available in every country. You need to check out your EWS for your local availability, and it's priced at the same as the Yukon. So I think it's $910 per quarter or per third every 4 months.
Oh,
Any other
you talking
questions?
about Kangen Beauty?
Yes, there's been a couple of messages on the text message for the Kangen Beauty, its availability and how much it costs.
Let me see. Well, so far, US, we have $910. I think the price will be compatible from each country. I'm not sure, but right now, only US has it. By December or September event in Canada, I think they will launch. And then next year, they will go to Asia. And then after that, they will go to, I think, UK or Euro in Australia. So the company go different phases. The pricing, I think, is standardized, just like some other machine, like Kangen machine. It might be a little different. Commission very similar to Kangen Sigma, $40 a point or $115 per points. So I mean, that information had to be released from company, and wherever open the market, they will pricing coordinately. I think the price very similar to the world, just like Kangen machine. The company try to make it consistent between country to country.
Thank you, Thomas. Are there any other questions before we wrap up for the day? Okay. So closing. Thomas, thank you very much for sharing your journey and your experience with us. I think today's conversation reminds us of something very important. The world will continue to change. Change also creates opportunities for those who are willing to learn and adapt. Enagic's history gives us a long-term perspective. The company has continued through decades of economic, technological, and consumer change. And now, as we see new products and potentially new markets developing and other changes opening, our role is to be ready for it. Keep developing your mindset, keep learning. When challenges come, learn from them. When something isn't working, adapt. And when progress feels slow, don't allow one difficult period to define your entire journey. Think long term, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. Thank you again, Thomas, and thank you everyone for joining us. Keep learning, keep growing, and let's build for the future.
Thank you, Carl. And one thing I want to add, even a Kangen Beauty is not in your country, but you can still build your distributor. You can still buy product, and they actually can help you to ship to your country. So you can be the first one to try and marketing them. So don't wait until they come to your country. Be the first one to use it, to experience it. And then when they come to your country, you are the first one to, to advertise or promote or grow organization. And remember, the one going the first, usually the winner, because they can lead the whole country. So you can talk to your leader. They can help you to organize to buy. Actually, we run our product in US until September. So you want to gather your team, pre-order the products, and do whatever you can take to get a hold of it. Just like Tu, she's from Vietnam, but she went to convention, she got it, but she also buy or have a team in US to buy it and then ship it to Vietnam so her team can utilize it. So be the first one, be volunteer and experience. Every business come with a pride, with a low investment, but this investment is for yourself, for your beauty. Transform yourself, visualize success, make yourself to be beautiful, even before the product come to your country. And that's where everyone will start pre-order the products. So I hope wherever I give some of the knowledge will help you for the future. I just feel like I'll zoom a little too low energy. I hope the next time you guys can be a little more active, be more open to discuss, because the more the more energy you are, the more I will be as well. We have great question. All the guys taking lead this time. I want the women to take lead next time. Okay. You guys agree? Because we have many times the women take initiative. And this time all the guys take initiative, which is good. But I would like rotation of both women and guys, because we are both leader and we are both equally. And this time, the guy, if you do well, usually women will love guy to do product on them. That's how it's a set with Mr. Ding and other business. So if you pioneer, learn about product, learn about the skincare, you might lead, you might win the women on this, even though beauty care is the women things. But let's see who will do well on this kind of journey. And anyway, yeah, I'm very happy to see you guys, and hopefully we'll see you guys more in the future. And wherever, whatever you take today, try to apply. Don't just put one ear and go out to the other ear. Apply the principle. Be, do, have. Take action. Be the first one. Be a leader. And, drop down the dead body and continue moving forward. All right. All right. Good night, everyone. I see you soon.
Good night. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys. Thank you, Carl. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Carl. Have a good day.